Beautiful people, just a quick message, very simple. The Lord told me to mention this to the people of God, to the children of God. Stop calling your children kids, kids, or kids, kid, my kids. Don't call them that. As we all know, Proverbs 18, verse 21 said, Death and life is in the power of the tongue. And then also, with that being said, I'm going to take you to the definition of kid, so of course they have a child or a young person, but the second definition is a young goat. And it's another, as a verb, it says of a goat. And then that's in parentheses and it says to give birth. So, um, as we all know, we are the sheep of God, not the goat of God. And Matthew 25 says, And before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divide his sheep from the goat. So again, that's marking your children already for judgment. You're calling them goats. They're not goats, they're sheep of God's pasture. So yeah, just be careful and mindful what you say, because again, death and life is in the power of the tongue. And just knowing that words have power, words are very powerful. God created the heavens and the earth with words. He said, Let there be, let there be. He continued to say, Let there be, and there was. So once he spoke these things, they came into existence. And we have the same power, the Holy Spirit that lives in us. So we have to be mindful what we say. Whether you're saying something positive or negative, you have power in what you're saying. So they are not goats, they are sheep of the living God. Jesus is the shepherd, so just be mindful of what you call your children. And just like a quick background about me, like I had heard this before and I didn't understand why. So I'm not one to just take on the idea of something without knowing why. So my sister and my brother's like, oh, don't call my children kids. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So I kind of got offended, but I asked the Lord, well, why not? And then he began to give me his reason why they should not be called kids. Because again, that means goat. And they're not goats. If they're children of God, they should be sheep and they should be marked with the blood of the lamb. So just a quick message.